Yeah, so it's good job set up. I've got to get some sales done though, so I got to run. But the guys are doing good, and it's gonna be a good video.
Was that way too much, Mike? My bad.
I was editing the big Speedline Oak that you guys were doing, and there were a few things I thought I would address.
Red light?
Yeah.
Go! It wasn't beeping for me up there. Mark, go over there and let him bite your ankle. Alright, I'm gonna need this stuff pulled up and whatnot, so I want chocolate. I want chocolate. I can now. Can have chocolate. No, I came off before because I knew it was gonna happen. It was mostly a fast anyways, so. Alright. Pull these up. 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 Yeah, pull these up. Sort of. We'll see if it's high enough. You might have to crank it. I think it works. It's like partially fried, so if you try to do something too heavy, it doesn't work. But who needs a drill when you've got an Austin? Alright, let it out now. Oh, I think we got it. Oh yeah, you're good. pull that up? Are you guys pulling that up? Mike, you can let yours run even a little bit more than you did last time. Oh yeah, I think we're clear actually if you keep going, Mike. Oh yeah, we're good. That means the next one will be even better. Meaning the next one, Mark can probably take a couple wraps, have Austin tighten it with the thing. My feet are cold. I forgot to put the rubber back in here. Okay, you can pull yours up, Mark. Oh, never mind. I see the knot is not untied. The knot is not. Wood. Alright, now it's when we see how high it can get up. Gonna be close. Higher than I thought. I know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, just clip in there. Hooked on. Two wraps and tighten. I think I'm gonna have to hand cut this. I was doing my notch because I didn't cut the notch first, so then I was sitting there and I don't have my climber Yeah, fine. Okay, ready? Thing 1 and thing 2. Yes, cleared. Drop it on Austin, quick. Mike. I'm tethered. Yeah, you guys would be like that. I wouldn't even had to climb out. Almost didn't have to climb out there, but I had to get just up 10 feet higher. I mean, six feet higher, really. I think we'd be doing pretty good on yeah, over 2 houses. Yeah, you just keep going up. 150 footer, please, so I can reach everything from the driveway here. All 6 trees that I need to prune. Yeah. Okay, you can let it run. Oh yeah, we're clear. Well clear. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ah. This helmet's too tight. Nobody makes helmets that are the right size for my dome. I got a new piece. We'll see how it does. It's still like, it's not gonna fix my earmuff issue. Yeah. I need bigger muffs, but also I need muffs that extend down lower. It's not only is my head big, it's tall. I don't have a short, fat head. I just have a big head. Not realizing I have not heard it, but my wife has on short videos. People use dumb ways to die in their short videos, but she told me that it was from a video like 10 years ago. This little like series of animated characters that all die. stupid ways. Yeah, it's a funny video, but also there's just a little song that goes along with it. That's the song everyone's using now. But Sophie remembered it from when she was a child. Well, sort of a child, like when she was 10. Dumb ways to die. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready? Ready now? Mud. Ready? Ready? Nice. Just you could lay it down in the snow and drag it around. I would have. All right, lift it up, gentlemen. Yeah, I mean you could 2 or whatever many wraps you want. Probably not 1. Mike, again, let it run. Yeah, you're good. You let it out. Alright, the plan is about to change. Yeah. Well, no. Because the big rope's gonna come up in the backyard. We're gonna be rigging to that oak back there. We're gonna do a double rig, so we're gonna suspend it between this tree and that tree. Whoop. Yeah, so we can lift. So you can move that tool back here. Yeah, we got this rope, so we'll just use this rope as a tagline. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that sling that was on the last piece. So it looks like whoever came and made these cuts, there's, yeah, they spiked the trim. Nice. Hey, don't spike trims. Wow. Oh, I'm sure. Unless a handicapped squirrel makes perfect triangle with a gaff out. Yeah, we got these real short spikes. They only go into the first inch where all the growth happens. Yeah. No, it's not. We got 2 ropes on it. We got 2 ropes on it. It's not gonna go anywhere. I was looking at, okay, so one of the things Eli has planned for tomorrow, I think, in the description it says, I forget what kind of tree it is, but it's a tree next to the flagpole. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of a lift on full rope. And Mike, yeah, Mike will have a wrap and he'll just let it run. Not all the way into the tree. Just stop somewhere hanging straight down on your rope. Or somewhere close to you. That back. No, I'll just go up here and push it. I'll give it a pushy. Yes. Oh ho ho. Was that way too much, Mike? My bad. Dang. So much for those guys with the spike holes up there. I quit. I'm going home. I hate everything. Yeah, it's fine. I told you a wrap. give my dad a call. Right. Except it's gonna be immortalized on YouTube. Yeah, I can put the tire, if you send them up here, I can put the tires on the pieces. Good idea, Mike. I'm gonna need like a length of rope so that I can tie them on. No, I think I'm gonna have Mike take 2 wraps. Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's what happens. You make fun of some other tree crew and then pride comes before the fall. Yeah, they spiked this prune. Let me just blast this bark off of it really quick. Pretty close to the boom, eh? Yeah. Mike, let yours out. Yeah, let yours out. Yeah, there you go. Do it again. Oh yeah. I think he already gave it to you. Well, we're almost done. I missed the one where the tagline broke. Talking to the YouTube. So we had one that we didn't take enough wrap and it wrecked a tree. And then we had another one where we took too much wrap and it broke the rope. Didn't wreck the tree though, so now the third one was perfect, so we're gonna take this last one where it's fellable. Yeah, then we're gonna get out of here. She looks ready to go. I'm gonna move. All right, last one. Let's see if we can get it to go right. Here comes Mark. Nice. Do it again, Mark. Trellis for short people. Okay, so confirm we can fell it now, yes? We should have let Rion do this tree. I think I would have rather seen Rion's video than our video. Yeah. Yeah, he did. I don't care so much about watching the videos, it's just I'd rather watch his video of him doing it than have me do it. Yeah, than actually doing it myself. Well, we almost got away with no hamage today. Oh no, I broke that. I broke that. The bark down there. We've got the hamage. Yeah, I mean you can get it started if you'd like. I just gotta watch it fall. Slid over. job, Mike. Good job with the tires, Mark. Good job pulling, Austin. That's a wrap.
I was editing the big Speedline Oak that you guys were doing, and there were a few things I thought I would address. Just some little fundamentals that I thought were maybe overlooked or could be considered better. You had a couple of choices. So we have these long 300-foot double grades that we've used 1/2 inch for Speedline, and we have our new tower line. Where's the tower line? That is a static line. And so way at the beginning of the job, we were deciding which ones to use, and it was like, well, use the long one for the trolley and use this as the tag line. Now a static line has no stretch, which means no energy absorption. Our Husky lines have a nylon core and a polyester cover. Nylon is more energy absorbing than polyester, so they put a nylon core in there. So these are designed to absorb shock. And then, so 200 feet, would 200 feet have been long enough to do our thing? Probably. There wouldn't have been a lot extra. Maybe it wouldn't have been long enough because you had to like lower the speed line. But it might have been. But at any rate, it wasn't a real big deal early on when you're not getting big shock loads. But then later, this kept being used. And then it got used to tie onto a big rig. And we got a static, no stretch line catching something. And then it responds differently with the quarter wrap.
And at lunchtime, I did mention that I was going to bring a tool back and just use the big rope because we were getting the wood.
Yeah.
But it was like, well, we only got
a couple pieces.
A couple, 3-4 pieces.
You're right.
Should have just took the time and got the tool on the
Exactly.
tree.
Right rope, right application. And so, so it was in your guys' mind, Yeah. But I just wanted to kind of review the structure of ropes so that it's even firmer in your mind. Now, 3-strand is a great natural crotch type rigging. This thing is ancient. They just last forever. They're super durable. Because of the construction, it's kind of wound like that. There's less surface area. So when this runs over something, it doesn't heat up. It disperses the heat very nicely. This is also good natural crotch. This is 12-strand braided, right? Very common line. Maybe it has a parallel running cord, like 3 strands in the middle. But it's basically, that just keeps it round. And this is very abrasion resistant, and then it kind of gets fuzz on there, and that fuzz actually acts as a lubricant, so to speak, or a protector of the other fibers. So once it kind of gets a little fiber wear, it actually protects the rest of the fibers. So this works good for natural crotch, but this, you've noticed, I'm sure, will burn. Like you can get this hot and it'll burn. You can do the same rig on a 3-strand, it won't burn, because it just disperses the heat better. So, as obnoxious as 3-strand can be, because it'll turn and spin and unwind and stuff, and get twisty, especially on a porter wrap.
Got more stretch too.
The 3-strand has more stretch than this does. But these are good energy absorbing ropes. But, am I right? This is the kind you broke?
Yeah.
You switched it out. You switched this out with this.
Yeah.
And
it was an older one.
And it was an older one. And so, but still, you went from 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch on big wood. And here's the other principle that I noticed. When you're doing a double line rig, the spar you're rigging from is your rig.
Well,
Like
and
that's the main rig.
and-
That's what you're catching it on.
With the root flare and the way the porter wrap, I was retightening the porter wrap a couple times, and like I said, I should have just brought the tool back after
Yeah.
lunch and got it.
And
nice
get it
tight
cranked
on
up.
the tree,
Yep,
you
and
know.
that's great. Yeah, because you had a big trunk
Yeah.
flare, so
And
they
the
wanted
porter,
to
I
keep
had
that rope
in between
working up.
rigs, I was retightening porter
Yeah.
because it slide up.
And in GRCS, of course, you can crank down, and that taper doesn't have as much effect. But at any rate, so we switched out to this type of rope, which would have been what is a better rope for rigging, but it was probably too big a wood for a used, friendly used 12 strand. And so, at any rate, right rope, right application. You know, no real damage. The bark damage that we made, those bark wounds, if you read Shigo, they're very well responded to by the tree. Yeah, I mean, it's that wound. I saw one of the cuts that the spike guys did, and they got into the collar. You know, they hit the wound wood when they made the cut of the dead wood. That wound is more detrimental than that impact wound. That impact wound will be just at the surface. It'll compartmentalize. Wall 4 of the coated, the strongest wall. It makes it very nicely behind that bark wound. And it goes over, and years later, it's going to be like a little line in there. That's all it's going to be. It's a little black line where that was. Maybe it's crooked because it kind of smashed it. Like your notch got in there and made a couple wrinkled fibers. But it's very well responded to. It won't be a big detriment to the tree. So really no harm. And when the one that broke, it must have went over there and kind of bounced off on the side of the log and didn't do anything to the tree. So, yeah, I mean, if you're going to break a line, if you're going to break a line, you know, have your piece on a second line. That's a good rule of thumb. So it was kind of stuff went wrong, but in my opinion, that's just like helps. You're never going to forget that. You're just never going to forget that. It's going to be a good learning experience. So, and then here's the other thing. These HMPE slings. This is a dynamic load on an HMPE sling. This thing is 16,000 pounds, but if you drop something on it, it'll break. It's crazy. So on speed line, these are great for speed line if it's coming off and it's just, you know, swinging down. These are great. You know, if it's a fairly big piece, I still use 2 because this is your weak link. This is only 5,000 pounds roughly tensile. You know, this is 16, but this is what you're going by. So if you got a big piece, I always put 2 on, and then that's also protecting this against dynamics. But ordinarily, speed line is a pretty fluid thing. Apparently, this one took a little dynamic. Probably happened on a chunk where we were dropping it down. Now, something else on speed line, when you're dropping chunks, and all the more reason to have, you know, a double braid rope on the tag line of the trolley is you should catch it. It shouldn't be caught on a tight speed line. The speed line should almost be slacked out, and you drop that piece off and catch it on the trolley and then pull up the speed line and deliver it.
Well, as far as a run that was to out to the road, there's no way, even if you tighten up the speed line, there's still gonna be stretch when
A lot
the
of play.
piece gets on.
And the danger is, now we had a giant spar and it was pretty sound. I mean, there were issues in the trunk, but I mean, it was a big trunk. So you weren't gonna pull that spar over. You weren't gonna break it in half somewhere. You know, if you're on some pine spar that is questionable, or a lightning struck tree or something, you want to drop something on a speed line on that thing. You want to drop more straight down and then deliver it to the speed line. So because, you know, when you got that tight line, if you're pulling down in here, you've got a mechanical advantage against the 2 points where it's connected to. So this you know, 500 pounds it's dropping into here is weighing more than 500 pounds on these points, possibly, right? You can have a dynamic force that's pulling these 2 points together. Well, what if you pull your spar right off, you know, or something like that? Now you had tons of strength, and you guys were taking some pretty big swings, and the tree wasn't moving that much. You know, it was pretty good all the way along. This one, though, apparently, you know, had some dynamic load on it. So this is a retired sling. Now, in contrast, our polyester slings, if you're gonna have a negative drop, this is a sling you use. It's polyester, and if you double these up on a big Dan, now you got 11,000 pound tensile. It's 5,000 pounds, and it happens to be on the gate. You know, it's as strong as this in its best configuration across the gate. And so these are bomb-proof. I love having these. Yeah, they're heavy, but they're just bomb-proof. And then, of course, you got the double locking, triple action, and these are double locking, double action. You know, so these could come open in some funky way, but for Speedline, they're quite adequate, and they're nice. You know, one-handed operation. This is one-handed operation, but you know, it requires a little bit of understanding. But these polyester slings are great for more dynamic situations. And August Hunnicky tested these on the choke, and they're like, they were stronger than what they said they were on the choke. It was amazing how much it took to break that. So look up his video sometime on breaking these things. They're really a durable sling, and they don't do this. So
I remember it's actually when Nick worked here, he was doing a big home, and he took a huge piece, and it didn't break the sling. It actually started to fray the stitching first. The stitching.
Oh, the stitching.
The stitching like pulled out just a little bit.
Okay. Versus the strap actually breaking.
Right.
So this is the weakest point right here at the stitching.
At least
In that particular sling. Yeah. But anyways, interesting. So there's just a little lesson on construction, and here's some of these old polyester slings. I can't imagine what this has been through, but it still, you know, looks pretty good, you know. And I don't think these HMP slings would hold up that long. You know, they fade out, and they just polyester. There's good construction. So, anyways, just some thoughts when you're thinking through something. Think about the right tool for the right job. You know, a GRCS versus a Porta Wrap. Didn't we have a crazy situation where I just needed a GRCS and didn't have it, and it was just finally I went down and got it. I came out of the tree and moved it over because it just
on the GRCS we can bring that plate and cut it into the tree on a removal, so it's not that plate. Everyone's seen that plate.
Yeah, we got a visor plate around for the GRCS. It probably looks like garbage to somebody, but it's around here.
Wood lasted all day.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, on that big tree. Yeah.
Summer heat and tundra cold and throwing a storm of three. Stakes are high, there's always a risk when you're playing the game of trees.